Hello everyone, this is Slasher331, and welcome to my Let's Play of Elroy Hits the Pavement. This is the sequel to Elroy Goes Berserk, and it was also a point-and-click adventure game made in 1996, the year after the first one, by Headbone Interactive. And it's pretty fun. There are a few, it's very similar, but there are a few differences, and I will talk about those in a moment after I log in here. The purpose of logging into this game, it has to do with the way it tracks your progress. As you can see here, let's talk about that first. This is the status bar, much like the status bar in the first game. However, there are some differences here. You got the volume. The one thing the first one did not have is this replay and skip button. The purposes of that is to either skip or replay the current scene you're on. That can be nice when you want to skip past something you don't want to watch the whole thing again. Because in the first one, if you had a scene to watch, you had to watch the whole thing. And then the first one also had a progress meter that stretched across and just shows you your progress on a bar. This one's a little bit different. This game is more clearly defined into chapters, which are represented here. This is the introduction, this is the chapter 1, etc., all the way going around until you get to the ending. I kind of like that because if you fail or get a game over at any point, you go back to the previous chapter the most recent chapter that you've played. You can select the one you want. So since we're at the beginning, there's the intro and chapter 1. Let's see. Now, this game is a lot more linear than the first game. The first game had tons of branching options. This game doesn't really have that so much. It has really, the only part of this chapter that this game that does that is chapter 1. Because of that, I actually spent about an hour or so mapping out all the different possibilities, and I've found a method that I think will show off most of them, which is fine because I don't think it's necessary to show all of them, but I will show most of them. So let's go ahead, and I don't think that's going to be able to do that all in this one video because I want to try and keep the video between 20 and 25 minutes. And with the introduction of the game and me talking about this early stuff, probably going to take some time out of that, but we'll see what we can do. Let's go ahead and start with the introduction here. Since I've already started the game, starting it here would not actually show the intro, so we're going to have to select it here.
That should do the trick. I can hardly believe it. Presto changeo. All right, we did it. Roll over. Oh no! I had a hunch that might happen. If only we had more time.
It all started last October.
As it always does.
Elroy was faced with another serving of that most dreaded vegetable of all.
Evil Brussels sprouts.
Blue, it's your duty. This is how it's supposed to work.
Not in my book, it ain't. I prefer 3-day-old big-mouth bass heads.
Elroy, you need to eat those Brussels sprouts.
That's right, son. They're exceptionally good for you.
I think he enjoys it a little too much.
This was only one of my many failures to live up to Elroy's expectations. As far as Elroy was concerned, I was a colossal disappointment.
Yay! Come on, Elroy. I can't wait all day. You are so uncooperative.
I must admit,
Why is he taking him with him anyway? Isn't he just going to school
but
or
10
something?
years as top tracker for the FBI ought to be worth a little time off. Besides, there's a limit to
How
what
old
a
is that dog
can
anyway?
do for
10
a
years
person.
with the FBI?
That's it. I've had it.
The next day, Elroy and his good friend, Sidney Delgado, received their big science class assignment for the year.
Your assignment is to engineer
Should you
and
choose to
construct
accept
a
it.
mechanical device that will directly affect daily life in a positive manner. Anyone who turns their project in late is headed for summer school.
I wasn't exactly thrilled about their proposal.
It's called the Canine Revitalizer, and it'll turn any dog into the ultimate companion.
Sounds like a long shot.
Yeah, overambitious
Expect it will
much?
be useful with other animals
Dogs,
as
birds,
well.
cats,
Will
rhinos,
it
cows,
make my
horses,
basset
and I
hound
missed that
stop
last one.
drooling on the sofa?
Rhinos?
Absolutely. That will be one of the revitalizer's capabilities.
Anti-drooling
Okay.
abilities.
But if this thing doesn't work, you'll spend June, July, and August listening to lectures on the inverse principles of imaginary arithmetic.
Ooh, fun.
I wasn't the only one who didn't like this idea.
Give it up, suckers. Your bird brain project will never work. Well, if it isn't Mr. Personality. My invention beats yours any day. You're confused, Gordon? This isn't a
Well,
contest.
he's a ginger, so.
Life's a
it's fine.
contest, bozo, and the sooner you face up to that, the better. Besides, only a pea brain would
With
need a
Vegeta
machine
hair.
to whip a dog into shape.
Whoa, did you see the teeth on that thing? And it can bark without opening its mouth. And it
Elroy
eats
figured
tacos.
this revitalizer would turn me into some sort of super hound. I prefer myself just the way I am. Unfortunately for me, the tireless twosome was rapidly approaching success with their preposterous contraption. But trouble was brewing. And judging from the smell of it, I might not be around for the final test.
Blue?
So this begins the first chapter.
Oh, no! Blue! Blue's left the building, Sid. You must have left the door open again. I've got to find him before something terrible happens. You can't leave now. We only have 14 hours to get this thing working properly. Where's your sense of priority? This is Blue we're talking about. And besides, we need Blue for the final
Thing
test.
looks like a toaster.
Okay, I guess you're right. So go find Blue and I'll keep testing. Okay, and be careful out there. Okay.
Suspicious individuals.
Those guys sure look like trouble.
Ah,
I can't
judgmental.
believe Blue would leave at a time like this. Where would Blue have gone?
Okay, and so begins the part where I can take control. Okay, so I think we're going to do first, let's go to the yoga.
I'll try the yoga school.
Yeah,
Maybe Mom's seen him.
so his mom's in there, I guess.
Mom? Mom?
Better hope that's your mom.
Elroy, what are you doing here?
Looking for Blue.
Did you call the pound?
He's got a tag. They'd call us. But it's not like him to take off on his own.
I'm sure he'll be fine, Elroy. You need to relax. Why don't you join me?
No, I can't.
Oh boy.
Here, try the corkscrew position.
Ouch.
See you at home, Elroy. Don't be late for dinner.
I'll be lucky to make it for breakfast. Oh, there's that creepy guy again. What's he want from me anyway?
I don't think you want to know.
I'll just check the headlines. Never hurts to know what's going on in the big city. Inexplicable increase in canine theft. Criminal elements suspected of impersonating dog catchers. This is terrible news. I've got to find Blue before he's picked up by a criminal element.
So that's what they're calling him in this game? Okay. Let's check out the bus stop. Whoa. That thing moves fast. You don't want to be in the way.
That was a close one.
That mid-90s laptop probably
Excuse me,
weighs
sir.
50 pounds.
I'm looking for my dog. He's big and he's blue and he's kind of lazy. You
looks
wouldn't
gray
happen
in
to have
that
seen
picture.
him, would you?
Why don't you ask him?
Oh no! The dog catcher! Stop the bus!
This is the Roundabout Express bus. No stops till the end of the line.
Wow. What was that? They went to the zoo.
Whew. That was a giant waste of time. I can't afford to waste another minute. I've got to find Blue before someone else does.
Well, let's see. Let's call.
Maybe Blue's gone back there. Hello?
What's the number?
26.
555-8534.
That would be 5,500,000. That's a lot of dogs.
Hey, I'm looking for a blue dog. You wouldn't.
That's what I'm calling about, Vinny. You must be reading the boss's mind.
These
We just
criminals
got a
aren't too
priority
bright.
APB on a blue dog. Boss wants him dead or alive.
No!
You always were a softie, Vinny. Well, if you catch him, bring him to headquarters on the double. And take care of that cold, Vinny. You sound like a 10-year-old kid.
That has to be Blue they're after. But why? Better get out of
Why
here
not?
before the real Vinny gets back.
All right. Well, we wanted to visit the dog catcher. Might as well do that.
Excuse me, sir.
This looks suspicious.
You haven't picked up a blue dog.
Oh boy.
Search continues for top dog. Former Insectathon champion rescued from mysterious underground crime syndicate by best friend, mired in state of deep depression over loss of dog.
Well, clearly that was not a good thing. Avoid the dog catcher, apparently. Okay, I'm going to pause this for just a second now and get us back to where we were. Just a second. Okay, and we're back. So obviously the dog catcher was not a good idea. Let's try the garbage man.
Maybe the trash man's seen him. Excuse me, sir.
I hate litter, especially kitty litter.
That's very funny, sir, but I don't litter.
That's what they all say.
And I'm in a hurry.
That's what they all say.
Have you seen a blue dog around here lately?
That's what they all say.
Of course they do.
And what do you say?
Yep, and he wasn't on a leash.
Oh. You're telling me you did not see it? Oh god. What the hell were those?
They almost got me that time. That's Blue's collar. Someone caught Blue and tied him up to this dumpster with a bright red 3-prong extension cord. Who could have done this? Guess Blue outsmarted them, whoever it was. Now he's out there with no tags, though. I don't have much time. Where would Blue have gone from here? I guess it all depends on who he was following.
Okay, that scene with the collar is the first point. There's actually 2 points in this first chapter where all possible paths that don't end in a game over will cross through. So when I do the second path after completing this first path, I will be skipping over that scene since we've already seen it, so as to avoid unnecessary overlap. Okay, let's check out this place, Candy Store.
I'll try this place. There were lots of candy wrappers by that dumpster. Maybe there's a connection. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm looking for a dog named Blue.
What game is that?
Big
Let's play
droopy
that.
fella. Seen him?
Just chihuahuas.
Oh, yeah?
With
Yeah,
bright
man.
red toenails, freshly painted. The
Dave's
kid they were
not
with
here,
wiped
man.
me out of glob.
Which way did they go when they left?
I
The
don't
mind
know,
is a
man.
terrible thing to waste. Just chihuahuas. I wonder if this has anything to do with Smugs. That's Blue's footprint for sure. At least I'm on the right track.
Okay, who put concrete? Who was controlling that?
Why the rush?
This is the second scene that all
What species?
paths pass through.
Bloodhound. Name's Blue.
That name sounds familiar.
Yeah, he's famous. Worked with the FBI for years before I got him.
That's right, now I remember. But I'm afraid that's not good news. Dogs are being kidnapped all over the big city. Word on the street is that a mysterious underground crime corporation is kidnapping all the old FBI dogs so they can carry out a highly illegal and destructive act.
Okay.
And you should be careful. I'll put out an APB for Blue and keep a lookout for him myself.
Thanks.
Go home and let us handle this.
Not a chance.
Excuse me?
I said, would you like to dance?
I certainly would. Now run along. We'll do what we can for you.
Yes, I'm sure that would totally happen. Alright, Los Tacos or the Meat Depot? They're closed, so let's bother them.
Can I help you?
I'm looking for my dog, Big Blue Bloodhound.
Only dog I seen today is a Chihuahua. Mean little devil. His owner ordered 500 tacos, then carried them away in a wagon. He stiffed me $10. Had a single $10 bill folded over to look like two. I should have known better.
$500 tacos for
Thanks a lot, ma'am.
$20?
Hasta la vista.
Buena suerte.
That sounds like the work of Gordon Smuggs, and I'll bet Blue was on his trail. Oh, Blue.
Apologize for that immediate cut. The reason I did that is because that scene that was just starting leads to the end of the chapter, and I wanted to show off the other path before we do that. And so in the other path, I will go ahead and let it lead to the end of the chapter. So let's go ahead and do that. Instead of going to the yoga, we're going to go to the bank.
I'll try the bank. Maybe Blue's on the trail of a pesky chihuahua.
Don't tell me another kid who wants to cash a third-party check with no identification.
No,
Well, what do you
Have
want
a
to
lot
do
of those
then?
coming
I'm
in
looking
there?
for my dog, Blue.
Mr. Penny Blossom!
It's unforgivable to let a dog roam the streets of our big city alone.
But...
You should follow my example and get yourself a couple of well-behaved chihuahuas.
But...
No ifs,
Good
ands, or
luck.
buts. Small dogs make a lot more sense in the big city, and more kids are catching on every day.
But wait a minute! What did that...
Is that standard? Normal?
Uh-oh. There's that creepy guy again. What does he want with me, I wonder?
Same thing you wanted the first time.
That's Blue's collar.
Alright, so that's the scene we're going to skip.
Tied him up. Where would Blue have gone from here? I guess it all depends on who he was following.
And this time we will go ahead and go to the fish hut.
Blue's a sucker for fish heads. I'll try the fishmonger. Have you seen a blue dog lately?
Fishmonger?
Hey, Blue! You're here! No! Why?
It's on special.
Blue
Oh,
herring,
come on, that was obviously
99
wasn't a
cents
dog.
a pound. That was very funny. Very funny. Excuse me.
That's okay, Sonny. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. Oh, those chihuahuas getting a manicure. By the way, I love your hair. Is that the new fuchsia rinse?
Chihuahua's getting a manicure? That's strange. Who would give a chihuahua a manicure?
Okay, now here is a point where I wanted to make a decision between which one to go to. I don't think I'm going to show them both. I'm going to show this that way. If you go into here, it's just going to ask the guy, you know, did you sell the extension cord to anyone that was from the collar scene? And he'll say yes, and it just basically points out that Gordon Smuggs and the Chihuahuas again. But let's go do this way, subway.
It's not like Blue to take the train. But if he had a good enough reason.
I certainly wouldn't if I didn't have to.
Any news on that kid Roscoe's trailing? The one with the goofy red hat. And that ex-FBI dog.
It's him! Let's do it.
Okay, what are they doing?
There he is. Get him!
Oh no!
Hey, come on, you got Come here. Come on, we're gonna get you, kid, over there.
I don't want to know what happens if they get
Slow
it.
down, you little... It says don't walk, stupid. We're criminals, you idiot. Now we've lost them.
I'm sorry.
And here's the cop scene, so we skip that. And we did the tacos earlier, so we will now do the meat.
It's not likely Blue stopped by here. Not if he was busy tracking Smuggs, but I guess you never know.
Hey, Elroy, where's Blue?
I was hoping he was here.
Whoa, not a chance. Couple of dark-suited guys got all the bones today.
Tall guys? Broad shoulders? Small heads?
Yeah, like that guy. Seen him? No, sir, I ain't. How about you?
Sure haven't.
If you see him, call us.
So they have a phone number.
Thanks.
No
They're not
problem.
very good criminals.
But, why's he after Blue?
I don't know, but I've got to find him and get back to Sid's right away.
Now be careful.
Yeah. Smugs must be mixed up with these mysterious underground crime syndicate guys. Blue has to be on Smugs' trail. There's no other explanation.
Okay, several choices here. Oh, look, dog catcher again. It was a game over the first time, but I'm sure it'll be fine this time. Let's go ahead and do that.
Excuse me, sir. You haven't picked up a blue dog.
Apparently not.
Search continues for top dog. Former Insectathon champion rescued from mysterious underground crime syndicate by best friend. Mired in state of deep depression over loss of dog.
Whoops. Honestly, I did not know that was going to be the same thing. I thought it was a little different. I knew it was a game over. I just forgot it was the same one. Give me just a second. We'll be right back. Just a second here. Okay, and we're back. Or, well, continuing. Anyway, so that's not a good idea. And we're going to go, maybe the FBI can help us. Let's check that out.
It's a long shot, but maybe...
This looks promising.
Excuse me!
Can I help you?
I'd like to report the loss of my dog, Blue. He used to be with the FBI.
Dick, we've got another one. Fill this out in triplicate, this in duplicate, and this upside down with invisible ink.
Yep, that's pretty typical.
No buts, it's the only chance your dog's got.
I'm done.
Over here, Dick. Here's one.
Hey! What's going on here?
Oh, you're
Line up.
Standard
It's
government
him!
work.
He's the one! You're under arrest for impersonating a paint-by-numbers artist. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law.
I was set up. You call my lawyer, the little one. He's shorter than I am. Gonna be Gorson.
Thanks for your cooperation. We'll process your paperwork and do our best to find your dog.
I won't count on it. Blue, if only I'd shut the door, this never would have
Here was that scene I cut off earlier.
We got you now, kiddo. After him. It sure is dark down here.
Yeah, it is. Hey, there he is.
Turn on your flashlight, dummy.
Ouch.
Now where am I? That sounds like Blue. He's on the roof of that building.
I hear you. Here's the questions. What are those fuzzy dice a reward for? What does this mean to a corporation member? Captain Crawler's here. Let's whittle. Good thing you got those right, buddy. Otherwise, I would have had to dispose of you.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been
Snobsters
entertaining.
know all the answers. That's the secret of our success.
Shh. You won't believe what's going on.
I think you're the one who'll be surprised.
Blue's on the roof of this building. I think it's some sort
The revitalizer's been stolen.
What? How could you let that happen?
Sontag and I stepped out for a walk to get a break from testing.
What was the bird's name?
When I came
Sontag?
back, the revitalizer was gone. And look what I found in my room.
A bug.
Exactly.
And look what I found in my room. A bug.
A specialized listening device.
Exactly. Gordon Smuggs! That guy is such a nuisance.
This is more than a nuisance, Elroy. He's got the revitalizer.
And I think he has something to do with Blue's disappearance, too. I'm going in.
Wait! You can't just walk in there. Not if there are criminals inside.
Right. I need to pass some sort of special entrance exam. Plus, they know what I look like. A couple of them were just chasing me.
I might have a solution. Hop on.
I'm willing to try anything. But we don't have much
Really?
time.
The mysterious
ITM.
Underground Crime Corporation. Muck.
Oh,
We'll do
so
a
it's
search
like
on
a
Muck, and we'll see
internet
what we get.
browser in public for free?
If we find the right information here,
And it links to the
maybe you can
FBI.
get past that guard. Just click that sign off button when you're done, and I'll give you a ride back to the hideout.
Okay. What do we check out first?
Okay, so this is chapter 2, and we will be checking that out in the next video. Wow, I managed to get all that done in the one video. It's definitely more than 25 minutes, but that's alright. Well, everyone, I hope you're liking it so far, and we will continue in the next video. See you then, folks. Bye for now.